Good morning again, everyone, and sorry that our morning meeting had to be cut super short. Not sure what's going on. Well, I'm assuming that because there are a lot of students at home right now, and they're all it's Monday, and they're all logging on to Zoom and whatever platforms they're using for school. Our internet and our power probably went out because everybody's on it. But we're going to go ahead and get started with language arts then. You've either already seen your religion video or you will at some point today. So I still want you to think about Jesus' ability, okay? Jesus performed the miracle of feeding 5,000 and he only had five loaves of bread and 2 fish. So if you gave me 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish, could I feed 5,000 students? So I want you to think about it, okay? But we're going to go ahead and get started with language arts. And we are on a new letter. So this week, our letter of the week is X, okay? And X makes a x sound. So there are not many words that begin with the letter X. I do have a couple of things to show you, but a lot of the pictures that I do have that have X, it's typically the X is in the middle of the word or at the end of the word, because there are a lot of words that end in X, but not a lot of words that begin in X, okay? So the first one I will show you. Excuse me. Okay, so it says X is for 6. So we don't see the X here in the beginning. We see it at the end of the word. So this word ends in X. So it's 6. Okay? And then we have an X-ray. Okay, so this word does start with X. So the X is here. So X-ray. Okay? This is fox. So fox ends in X. And then here's a box. Okay, this one also ends in the X sound. So that has the X at the end. And then this is an axe. Okay, so the X is in the middle. Okay, so the X is in the middle of the word. Okay, and then we only have 2 picture cards. So this is a xylophone. So this begins with X, but it does not make the X sound in the beginning where the X is at. It's just a xylophone. Okay, so we may not hear it, but it does begin with X. Okay, and then of course again I have my X-ray. So for those of you who don't know what an X-ray is, it's a picture that the doctors can take of you so that they can see your insides, like your organs. They can see your bones. If you're having a tummy ache, they can take the picture and look to see why your tummy's hurting, if there's anything in there that's not supposed to be. But okay, so our nonfiction alphabet reader, the title page has a picture of a xylophone. So remember, xylophone starts with X, but it does not make the X sound. Okay, so it says X is for xylophone. A xylophone is an excellent musical instrument. A xylophone makes excellent sounds. Grown-ups play xylophones. Kids play xylophones too. Look at that extra long xylophone. Wow, it is so exciting. XOXOXO. That means I love you, xylophone. Okay, and then our religion picture card, it says X is for example. So our X is not in the beginning, but it's in the middle. Okay, so an example is to live as Jesus would. Okay, so some of you have heard me talk to the bigger kids or my students who were in TK before all of you came to TK, and I'm sure you've heard me tell them that they have to be an example for you. And the older kids that I've spoken to, I always remind them that they are examples for all the younger grades below them. Okay, so an example is when you're setting the example, you want to be the person to show everybody else how they should be acting or how they should be behaving or how they should be talking. Okay, so a good example, we'll do a good example of what a St. Patrick's student looks like. So a St. Patrick's student is respectful. Okay, when they set the example that they're respectful. They can set an example when they're polite, not just to teachers, but to their friends and to their moms and to their dads. A St. Patrick's student can also set an example by doing their best when they do their work. Okay, working hard and doing the best that they can do, and being responsible when it comes to their work and making sure that they complete their work. Okay, so those are just a few examples of what a St. Patrick's student should be or should do if they want to set an example. Okay, so as far as your work today, you are going to go ahead and get this page out. And remember, not each picture is going to start with an X, but it may end with an X. So the ending sound is going to be the X. So this picture is of a box. So box here. Okay, so you're going to fill this page out. X is very simple. You don't have to do, when you write them by yourself, once our week continues, you don't have to do the little part where it goes up. It looks like a little hook. You don't have to do that. The way that I write my X is like this. And I know it's a little harder to see since we are not in school, but this is how I write my X. So I have my page here. I'm going to do an uppercase X. Okay, so I go like that. Okay. You can do the little the little hook that makes it look a little fancy, but you don't have to. You can just do 2 lines that are across. Okay, but you're gonna go ahead and trace your box page, and then you are also going to have an activity on Seesaw. We are starting a new sight word today, and that sight word is Anne. Okay, that sight word is Anne. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna post a separate video singing our sight word song, and then I'm also going to show you what Anne looks like in a sentence. Okay, and then I will explain what your activity is after that. Okay, so please be on the lookout for that, and then after that video will be your math video.